I can still remember that fateful day like it was yesterday, though it happened years ago. The wind whispered through the gnarled trees, casting eerie shadows on the old, abandoned school building. The stories of its haunting had been passed down through generations, and we, a group of high school students staring one another, decided to put those legends to the test. We knew it was a terrible idea, but teenage curiosity and peer pressure can be insurmountable forces. We entered the decaying school, our footsteps echoing through the hallways, as if the building itself were trying to tell us to leave. Cobwebs clung to the walls, and the air was heavy with a musty, ancient odor. Our hearts pounded, but we laughed off our fears, attempting to mask our unease with bravado. It was during one of those moments, my friend Lily and I shared a nervous glance. The ominous feeling that we were being watched never left us. Our group eventually split up, each of us exploring different parts of the haunted school. As I followed my friends down a dimly lit corridor, I suddenly tripped and fell. When I got up, I realized with a shiver that I was alone in an unfamiliar part of the building. Panic welled up inside me. "Guys!" I called out, my voice trembling. No response. I had no choice but to venture further into the labyrinthine school, hoping to find my friends. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the creaking of floorboards and distant, echoing whispers. I felt my heart race as I stumbled upon a decrepit classroom. Inside, I found old textbooks scattered across the floor and broken desks, but what truly caught my attention was the portrait hanging on the wall. It was a girl, her eyes hauntingly familiar. The nameplate under the painting read Eleanor. As I continued searching, I soon found a diary on one of the teacher's desks. I couldn't resist the urge to read it. The pages were filled with chilling tales of a girl named Eleanor who had been left behind by her classmates in this very school, years ago. It described her loneliness, her growing resentment, and how she'd become a vengeful spirit. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end as I read those words. It couldn't be a coincidence, I thought, and a cold sweat broke out on my brow. I realized with growing horror that I had been left behind, just like Eleanor. I tried to escape the building, but the hallways seemed to twist and turn, leading me in circles. Desperation welled up within me as I frantically searched for a way out, but it was as though the school itself conspired against me, trapping me within its haunted walls. As I stumbled into the classroom where I had seen Eleanor's portrait, the lights flickered ominously. The temperature dropped, and a feeling of dread washed over me. In the reflection of a cracked mirror, I saw her standing behind me, her eyes hollow and filled with anger. Eleanor's spectral hand reached out, and I could only watch in terror as she whispered words that sent shivers down my spine. "You'll never leave this place. I don't know what happened to the others, but I know that I'm not alone in this school. I still hear their echoing screams in the dead of night, a chorus of torment that never ends. And I know that I, too, am now just another story in the haunted history of this forsaken place."